To stimulate your mind, let me pose a question to begin the weekend. Is Peter Sagan, our three-time world champion, the best cyclist of all time? We think you'll agree that it's a question with a lot of knotty subtleties and unclear motivations. With a history stretching back more than a century, cycling is a sport that has experienced its fair share of change, debate, and growth throughout the years. So what qualifications might a contender need to meet to be called the best cyclist of all time? Did minimum require Grand Tour victory count? Complete success at the monumental level? Do we have a shortage of conflict? Hey guys, welcome back to Cycling News Live. In today's video, we are going to talk about Peter Sagan's best moments. So stay with us till the end of this video so you don't miss out on any of this information. But before we proceed, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell symbol so that you don't miss out on any of our wonderful videos in the future. Let's get started. One of the athletes in cycling that has the largest fan following is Peter Sagan. Sir Bradley Wiggins has referred to him as his favorite cyclist, and Mark Cavendish has referred to him as a rider who comes along only once in a generation. When he won the World Road Race title, he paused at the finish line to give high fives to the riders he had defeated because he is so well liked in the peloton as well as by the spectators, the cyclist with the most victories. Since beginning his career as a professional cyclist in 2010 with Liquigas, Peter Sagan has amassed an incredible 101 victories in his professional career. He is currently 32 years old. Let's take a moment to compare him to Tom Boonen, the man who defines the term Mr. Classics. After a long and successful career with quick-step floors, Boonen retired with 117 professional victories to his credit. Although Sagan is a somewhat better all-rounder than Boonen, who couldn't climb for toffee, the well-known Belgian looks to be a reasonably close marker that is also contextually relatable. It's incredible to think that Boonen amassed his massive collection of victories over a career spanning 15 years, whereas Sagan achieved almost the same number of victories in almost half as much time. It is unknown how much longer everyone's favorite Slovakian will be able to continue, but one thing is certain, the man demonstrates no symptoms of slowing down. That video is from Greece. Sagan disproves the notion that cyclists are a sterile and pious bunch with his antics both on and off the bike. Cyclists have a reputation for being clinical and pious. There was no better illustration than his daring and extraordinary cover video of the classic song You're the One That I Want from the musical Grease. To even attempt to pull off John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John is as risky as it is ambitious. Yet Sagan and his wife Katerina did a far better job than anyone could have imagined they would have been able to do. That is a completely bonkers wedding. The wedding that Sagan had with Smolkova was just as ridiculous as the Grease film that he had been in. The Grease video was not the first time that Sagan has been dressed up in front of the cameras. Sagan appeared wearing clothing typical of Slovakia, and at one point he posed for a shot while riding a bicycle that was hung from wires and placed on a bar at a height of 12 feet above the ground. Make an effort to convince your spouse of it and observe how they react. Sagan eschews tradition in both his riding and his life off the bike, including the way he maintains his body hair, and he is known for doing so. At the January edition of the Tour de San Luis, Sagan competed with hairy legs. Any rider will tell you that it is absolutely necessary to keep your legs shaved in cycling, in part for the sake of aerodynamics, and in more significant part because you do not want every post-race massage to be excruciating. Sagan, on the other hand, caused a significant amount of controversy by competing in the first 2 months of this season while sporting hairy legs for no reason other than the fact that he hadn't been able to find the time to shave them. Because Sagan has grown what is by a significant margin the largest beard of any rider competing in the Tour, he is also throwing aerodynamics out the window further up his frame. Wheelies, Sagan is the undisputed master of the wheelie, and he never misses an opportunity to show off his abilities. His most famous party trick is a no-handed wheelie, which he performed successfully even while ascending the fabled Alpe d'Huez hill in the Tour de France. Positive attitude. Even with all of his success and recognition, Sagan has always cycled with the enthusiasm of a child, which is impressive given that cycling is an extremely challenging and stressful sport. Sagan's victory at the Tour of Flanders is cause for celebration. There have been times when he has lost his cool, such as when he kicked out after being knocked off by a camera motorbike during the Vuelta a España, but on the whole, he rides with levels of passion, energy, and love for the sport that are contagious to others. He is also known for being one of the most aggressive and entertaining riders in the sport of cycling. Regardless of whether he wins or loses a race, he always manages to light up the competition. Humble in the face of defeat. Sagan is a winner at heart and has built up 82 victories over the course of his professional career, but he is also the most modest person who has ever been a loser. And he is truly unsuccessful a great deal of the time. Sagan is so versatile that he frequently finishes in second, third, or fourth place in races. He finished in the top 4 10 times in the Tour de France of the previous year. However, rather than get down and despondent, he sees near misses as an achievement rather than a failure, and he even makes fun of himself on social media when he does not bag wins. He excels in both the sporting world and the entertainment industry. The fact that Sagan is one of the most skilled riders who has ever climbed onto a bicycle serves as the foundation for all that has been stated above. His ability ranges from sprints to solo breaks away, climbs to descents, grand tours to cobbled classics, and demonstrations of power to mesmerizing displays of bike handling skills. He can do it all. His ability spans the gamut. Sagan begins the push that would eventually win him the rainbow jersey at the World Championships. Particularly noteworthy are the following 2 of his abilities. To begin, Sagan possesses such a wide range of skills that he won't be competing for Slovakia in the road cycling event at the Olympics, but rather in the mountain biking event. And secondly, when Fabian Cancellara crashed right in front of him on some wet cobbles during Paris-Roubaix, Sagan hurdled his broken bike, landed safely, and continued riding. Since Peter Sagan turned professional in 2010, he has been dominating the competition and is showing no signs of slowing down, with the typical zeal that he has displayed in the past. He has already demonstrated that he is figuratively difficult to follow, and it is certain that people will continue to describe him in the same manner as he approaches the end of his career. It is a challenging topic to answer whether or not he could still be given the lofty title of best ever, but he most certainly does have a remote possibility of winning one of the fictitious accolades that we are counting down. We believe there is one thing, though, about which we can be very certain, despite the fact that we are vigorously knocking on wood. Peter Sagan is the best cyclist to compete in the post-doping era. What are your thoughts? And that's for today's video. We sincerely hope you enjoyed the video. If so, give it a like and share it with your friends and family. Let us know if you have any questions or comments in the section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more of our incredible videos. You can also watch our other videos that have been specially selected for you. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.